Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and tonight we are talking 1981 in our top 10 tracks. The panel's here, we are live, and we want to hear from you in the chat. Without any further ado, let's get started.
Talking bands no one talks about. Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Hey, I didn't get a chance to take down the Ozzy pick. Crap.
We know one of the picks.
No one picked Ozzy, ladies and gentlemen. No one picked Ozzy. I couldn't react fast enough. I want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. We are going to do our top 10 tracks for 1981. As everyone knows, this is an ongoing series. And I don't know what's going to happen when we hit 2000 because I'm going to start not knowing as much.
I don't know any songs.
It'll be all album cuts for me. I can guarantee you of that.
Yeah. But anyway, I appreciate everyone here on the panel. We got DC, we've got BM, we've got Ernesto, we got Johnny Metal, and John, the music nut. And like I said, I want to welcome everybody here. I want to welcome everyone in the comments. We want to hear from you. What are your top 10 favorite tracks from 1981? So let's just look real quick. Let's see. 1981, greatest song, Happy, what?
That's when he was born, I'm assuming.
Super Strike, you were born in 81?
Oh, that makes me feel so,
God, I felt like I need to get my walker tuned up.
Wait a minute. I need a swig of water here.
Ashley, nice to see you. Logan, young Logan is here. We can't do a show without young Logan.
That's right.
Robert, nice to see you. Tyler, nice to see you. Mr. Frickin' Frackin', he's here tonight. Everybody's here. Where's Gary, though, for God's sakes?
Marlon? He'll be here.
Marlon will be here, you know. He was here last night, so I bet he'll be here.
Yeah, and he and Logan were working aisle 13 today, so if Logan's here, you would think Marlon should be here.
Rob, nice to see you. Jason, of course.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Echo incoming from who?
Hope not.
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything. Sounds good to me.
I'm not hearing that.
Yeah.
Logan's just trying to stir the pot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get started. We're going to do 3, 3, and 4. That sounds right, yeah. God, I can't believe I left that graphic up, but you know, I'm just a talk show host, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't have any production crew. It's just me.
It's Grant running the whole deal.
Running the whole deal. So anyway, we're going to go 3, 3, and 4. I'm going to start out with Mr. BM Bolt. We're going to go over
with DC.
I mean DC.
DC.
Byron got me all flustered today. He's talking about hot dogs and shit.
Yeah,
I can't handle it.
Our pre-show conversation got everything.
Evidently,
Footlongs.
Mrs. Bolt had a couple footlongs the other day. I don't know what that means. If anyone was here last night for the roller skating listening party, you would know that we were distributing hot dogs, or the women in the chat really wanted a couple of hot dogs.
All three of them.
All three of them. And I don't know what that means. I'm running a good Christian wholesome show here. I don't know what it means. Maybe you know what it is. I don't know what that means. But we're very pure and innocent here in the warehouse.
Oh boy.
And well, anyway, let's get started. So DC, give me your 3 choices. And I want to, before you go though, I want to say all we're trying to do is turn you on to stuff. This is stuff that we like. Maybe you'll get turned on to it and you want to go out and check it out if you haven't seen it or heard it. It's a bunch of old dudes up here rapping. I mean, we have a lot of.
Come on.
We're yeah, you're younger than I am.
One real old dude.
One dude, right?
Right.
And you're going to hear from him in about 3 seconds.
There you go. All right, so DC, go. Give us your top 3.
Well, let's get some house cleaning items out of the way here before proceeding. First off, 1981 has the distinction of being the only year since I've been doing these shows where Billboard's #1 song of the year is a bona fide mega wall puncher. That is Ken Carnes with Betty Davis Eyes. That song will throw me into a rage of Marlon-like proportions. Also, the second thing I've noticed here is I care less about these top 40 or 100 song top lists of the year. So as we move along, there's going to be less choices from what you heard on pop music radio and more album cuts.
Look, we see John the Music. Look at John the Music Nut's legs.
What?
John,
Oh,
what are you
God,
doing?
I think it might have moved.
What are you doing, Dad?
Speaking of hot dogs,
I felt kind of dirty there for a minute.
welcome to Hot Dog Talk.
All that hot dog talk. Wait a minute, Byron. Make sure Mrs. BM Bolt's not in the chat. God damn.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
You're there, John.
What happened, John? Now he's gone.
What do you did a double exposure.
Oh my God. Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. God, okay. Wow, shenanigans.
We have lost control of it.
We have
haven't even
lost.
started
We
yet.
have. Oh, it's a mess. John, he showed us his shorts, and he's gone. All right, so DC continue. It all. Oh, my.
Hopefully
Okay.
by the time we get to John,
There he is. He's back.
Hey, he's back.
Oh, Byron, we don't want to see yours.
Byron, calm down.
Oh, God.
Easy, guys. Easy.
Easy, everybody.
All right.
We have
my
Mike
first-
in
for
the
my
commentary.
For my first choice here of my top
Yes.
10, let's get my yearly Todd Rundgren pick out of the way
Yes, sir.
with Time Heals from the album Healing. And I love this track from a Todd album that makes me feel very odd when I listen to it. Because this album is spiritual, but it's on a very bizarre plane. And this is about the only song from that album that I would classify as classic pop rock Todd. I'm missing the comments here. I think I saw a music.
So-
Where's my
I think I
snare?
saw a music nut. Oh my God, this is already a nightmare. It's all good though. It's fun. All right, keep going. Sorry.
All right. Let's move on to my second pick of
Yes,
the
sir.
night. And it's a song, speaking of classic pop and rock, it's a song from a classic band from one of their last truly great albums. And I picked the Rolling Stones from Tattoo You with Waiting on a Friend. It's just such a unique vibe to this song. It's unlike anything the Stones have done before. It's laid back and perfectly accompanies the theme of the song. And if you see the video to this song, it captures that vibe perfectly as well. So it's not a foot stomper, but it's a head nodder.
It's no Grand Funk Railroad, ladies and gentlemen.
But this song is a head nodder, the way the cadence goes. All right. Number 3. Let's pick an actual song that made it on the pop charts in 81. And it's a ballad with a great melody and a poignant story to go with it. And I related to this song in my own life. And it's Same Old Lang Syne by Dan Fogelberg. And it shows a couple of lovers who have moved on after separating, but by chance meet once again in a grocery store during the holiday season. And this was much like I did at about the same time period, only for me it was my first high school girlfriend, and I ran into her on the campus of Youngstown State University. And as the song chronicles, and as it played out in old DC's life, sometimes you can't go back home. You can reminisce, you can talk about your previous good times, but time and circumstance will not allow you to rekindle what was. And the song is full of melancholy and that sad sax passage of Auld Lang Syne.
Sad sex?
Sad sax.
You said sex.
Well, could be a part of it too.
Okay. God.
Sad sax
Oh, boy.
passage really puts it over the top. And all these years, that song still stays with me when I hear it, and I reflect about how my life was running parallel to this tune back in the day. So,
Excellent
There you go.
choices. I think this is the first time we've ever had any mention of Dan Fogelberg in the Warehouse. I know young Logan has all of it, and he is like, I think he's in charge of the fan club. From what I understand, he's a big Fogelberg fan. I'm young Logan. So there you go.
all right.
Yeah. We'll
right.
see if he's still here. See if he heard that.
He hasn't commented.
Well, he probably drifted off. All right, Byron, you're up.
Yeah, you can pick up just about any Dan Fogelberg album out of the dollar bin on vinyl these days. And it's kind of sad because there's some really
Still?
good albums. Oh yes, yes. All right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go with my first pick, which you already saw on the screen earlier. I'm gonna go off of the Diary of a Madman album. I'm gonna go with Over the Mountain, but there's a lot of songs I could have gone with on here, but this one really just sticks out with me because the playing is just over the top by Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
It's such a good song. Flying High Again had a great solo. You Can't Kill a Rock and Roll Believer. Little Dolls Tonight. SATO.
More
Diary
on
of
that
a
later.
Madman is probably my favorite song on here, really, though. But it's just so much good stuff on there. Probably this album.
REO Speedwagon, Take It on the Nut. Great track.
So my next pick, I'm gonna go off the King Crimson Discipline album.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going actually with Frame by Frame. There's a few other really quality tracks on here, but that Frame by Frame, it starts out with Fripp just doing this real fast picking run that he likes to do, and you got Adrian playing all this really weird rhythms over it. But then it breaks into this section where one guitar is playing this 8-note, I think it's an 8-note run, and then the other guitar is playing a 7-note run. It's the same run, it's just one less notes, and then it kind of gets all out of whack. But then every 7 or 8 times, probably every 7 times, then it syncs back up again. I think it's just a really cool song. So yeah I'm gonna go with Frame by Frame. Great track.
Great. Awesome track.
My third pick, Logan mentioned, it's going to be Y&T's I Believe in You.
Oh, wow.
Love that song, man. This is Menikettie's tour de force if you go see them live. It really is. It's this power ballad, and it's got this little solo in the middle. It starts real. It's a kind of a slow solo, but it just builds up to this climax at the end. I think it's the best thing he
Climax.
Yes, climax.
You guys
I used
bad.
to play the shit out of that album, especially that song. Trying to play it, I got close, but not quite as good as Dave played it.
Oh, the principal's here. I must have missed that. Oh, there he is. Yeah, the principal's here. We can continue on. As long as the principal's here, we can carry on. So that's a good choice. Excellent choice. God darn, you're all on fire, BM.
Great track, man.
Great track. All right, let's throw it over to Ernesto and get his 3 picks.
All right, this is my number 10, and I'm going to bring some funk to the house.
Oh,
Rick James,
yeah, baby.
Give It To Me, Baby. Love that song. I'm telling you, when I was a kid, I would hear that, and I was like, wow, that is a great jam. Of course, I was always listening to funk because of my brothers and stuff. So when I used to hear this, I was like, wow, this was different from everything I was listening to. A lot of influence from other bands, but this is one of them that stood out, Rick James. To this day, I still listen to this. So that's my number 2.
It's a classic. It's a great song. Yeah.
And my number 9 is from a band right here from Pasadena, California. Mean Streets from Van Halen.
Yeah, I can't believe you picked that because no one else on the panel picked that song.
Yeah,
Man. I love that song, man.
It's just weird that you would pick that. No one else would pick that.
Well, because you know what? I'm more of a Gary Moore person, but I love Eddie Van Halen. And this album is like, man, especially Mean Streets, man. You hear that playing?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing, man.
Yeah. You'll never see that tonight again.
Oh, man. Great. The whole album was good. Killer album.
Wait a minute, Logan. Keep it in your pants. Keep what? You need to talk to John the Music Nut, not me.
So my number 8, of course, is a classic. Everybody should own this album.
Oh, yeah.
It's Styx, Paradise Theater, Rockin' the Paradise, man.
Yes.
Badass song, man. Never get tired of it.
I
Never.
get the feeling Styx is going to come up again here tonight. I just got.
I hope so. I hope
It might.
I hope so. I always think of this as like the first progressive, like concept album. If you think about it, for this album, I really think it was more of a concept. If you read into the lyrics and everything, it was a great album. You never get tired of this. And Dennis DeYoung, I mean, come on. Can't get any better than that.
Ernesto, I appreciate that segue because now you're going to cause me to promote something. Pete Pardo and I on Sunday rank the catalog, the solo catalog of Dennis DeYoung. So go over to Sea of Tranquility. Please watch, leave a comment, leave a like. Leave your thoughts about Dennis DeYoung. Thank you, Ernesto, for that lead-in.
That's right.
And how about that illustration on that album cover? That's
it's phenomenal.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
Hey, A&M was pumping money into them at that point because they could sell some records. So, hey, you got to like it. All right, let me see what's happening in the chat because the chat is on fire. Roxy Music, oh yeah, on the radio. I don't know if I know that. Roxy Music, Jealous Guy, Ice House, we can get together. Yep. John Patterson's he it's a dissertation. What? The Police, Ghost in the Machine, Rush Moving Pictures, Styx Paradise Theater, Van Halen Fair Warning, and Alice Cooper Special Forces. Not many people bring that up.
Nope.
Dark albums at the time, now monumental.
Right.
Jason, Ernesto will take your picks.
Oh, yeah.
And won't give you any credit. So watch your back.
I feel you, Jason.
That's the way it works.
The same thing happened to me just 2 minutes ago.
Hey, we can all share. I
think there's going to be a lot of overlap tonight.
Yeah.
There could be. I know someone who knows what everyone's picked. Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl. That's a good one. Tubes, Talk to You Later. Classic.
Hang on, Tubes lovers.
Hang on, Tubes lovers. All right, we're going to keep going. Thank you, Ernesto. You did a fine job as always. You're a damn professional. All right, now we're going to throw it over once I get rid of this graphic. Gosh, it's a lot for me to handle, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to bear with me. Johnny Metal.
Oh yeah.
It's over to you now. What's your starting us off with?
All right. So I feel like I have to put something metal because I think somebody complained about that in 1980. I wasn't getting enough metal in my choices. So
that's fine.
From a trio from Newcastle, England, to me, the only Gallagher brothers that really matter, and I'm talking about Mark and John Gallagher of the band Raven, and I'm talking about the title track to their debut album, Rock Until You Drop. Just a new Wabam classic that just smacks you upside the face, and just a wonderful, absolute great track. Still going strong here in 2024. So there you go. So that'll hopefully keep my metal people happy.
There you go.
Good job.
My number 9 comes from a really strong album, has a couple of very big hits off of it, but I'm not picking one of those hits. No. See, 1981 me heard this song and I was like, yeah, when the Yanks hate the Reds, the Greeks hate the Turks. They're all a bunch of jerks. Jay Giles Band, piss on the wall, my friend. So there you go. Any wholesomeness that was in this show has just gotten thrown out the window.
Piss on the wall.
Gotta love that. That is just such a great track. It just closes that album so well. I don't know.
It's a great record.
Always loved that album, and I love that song. I was just listening to it earlier. My wife's just shaking her head at me. So my number 8 comes from a debut album from this tiny little Australian band. But see, again, here we yeah, there you go, Logan. You got that right.
Wait a minute.
Again, I could have picked some of the more bigger songs. Could have picked some of the bigger songs off this album, but I chose to go with more of a deeper track from the Men at Work Business as Usual album, The Underground. Nice little rocker, just kind of chugs right along. Just a great, again, more of a deeper track, not necessarily a single, But man, just always was one of my favorites off that album. So
Great.
give you a little men at work, folks.
Here, John Patterson. 1981 was a time when there still was a record industry, a music business and vinyl record. Wait a minute. Still a record industry. A music business and vinyl record buyers went to a record store to get the next album. And John, you know, back in the day, that's when a new album came out and it was an event. And it was something you looked forward to. And you only had so many outlets to get your information from. You know, like Rolling Stone or Cream or Circus.
Exactly.
It's not like the internet where you can just go, oh, yeah, that's coming out. You had to search for it. You know?
And MTV didn't come along until August.
Right. So this was still the Old West as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, sometimes you'd go into your record store and one of your favorite groups would have a new release, looking you right in the eye, and you didn't even know it was coming out. Those were great days.
Like crap, I can't keep up with the chat. You guys are going so fast, I can't keep up. Wait a minute, old man Grant didn't take his pills. What's that mean, Logan?
Oh, he's hammering. He's hammering you,
Logan,
tonight,
dude.
Grant.
I don't know why he's hammering me. Hey, John, Music
know.
Next, show me your shorts again.
Your jorts.
Oh no. Mark Wilburn, Next Three, Halfpenny, Twopenny by Styx. Great song. Breakup song by Greg Kihn. Great. Magic Power by Triumph. Mark, you're all over it.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
good. Those are good picks. All right, John, thanks so much. That was great. Let's throw it over to the other John. John, the Music Nuts.
Well, I can't top what happened before, so play it straight.
That was good.
Thanks. 10. Loneliest Tonight, Billy Squire. Y'all know how great it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he has to say.
All right.
Lonely Tonight, you all know it. You know how good it is.
Yes. 9. Cool Night. Paul Davis.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
a
go.
good one. That's a good one.
There's your yacht rock selection.
There you
That's a
go,
good
folks.
selection.
Yeah.
That's great. Pretenders 2 is mentioned in the chat. Talk of the Town. It's my number 8.
Excellent.
My favorite Pretenders song.
There's some good songs on there. I'm gonna
Yes,
pick
there
one.
are. There you go.
Look at John. He's very
all
very efficient. Right to it. All right. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go now, ladies and gentlemen. So brace yourselves. This might be a lot for you to handle. My number one. It's not necessarily my number one. I didn't rank mine, but I have to keep track of them by the numbers. So, first one I picked, I went with Blondie, Rapture from Auto American. One of the first songs that, we had a Caucasian female doing rap on a song, which was unheard of. And it kind of introduced rap to the masses, so to speak, you know. Grandmaster Flash didn't get out there like Blondie did, so she was kind of instrumental in getting that pushed to people.
Nor did the shirtless Curtis Blow from last year.
The Breaks, which is my all-time favorite.
Yes.
I love Curtis Blow. God dang, he's good. All right, my number 2. I'm going to go with The Police. Everything She Does Is Magic, which if you watched the Rick Beato show and Stuart Copeland was on there, he mentioned that Sting showed this to the band. He had a demo of it, and basically the demo was totally complete. Because Sting by that time was so fully realized that he would just present stuff to the band all done. And basically just, you know, Andy Summers or Stuart Copeland would just have to lay down their tracks. It wasn't like a group effort like it used to be. So, but you cannot. Everything she does is magic is absolutely stunning.
Yep.
I was going to say every breath you take, every move you make, every cake you bake. But anyway, great song. My number 3, I'm going to jump on John, the Music Nut. I'm taking his thunder away. I'm going to go with Pretenders.
Yeah.
Message of Love. Holy crap. Both. Another great track from this album, off of Pretenders 2. Highly, this record's not quite as good as the debut, but it's damn good. It's my second favorite. Look, Ernesto's got the 8-track, ladies and gentlemen. In case you were
Of course
wondering,
he does.
Everybody, don't panic. He's got the 8-track.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna pick that one.
you were?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what's happening in the chat. Ashley, Genesis Abacab. Logan, jumping on John. Logan, you tuned out. You're missing what went on, I think. I don't think you're up to snuff. Message.
He likes the message
Message
from the
better-
police over talk.
Okay, I get that. Actually, the Human League, Love Action, great.
Yeah.
We might see some Human League later on in the show. Joan Crawford, BOC.
Yeah.
You might see some BOC in this show tonight. Eric Robinson, Our Lips Are Sealed. It's what a wonderful track. Hanoi Rocks, Tragedy. All right. Don't Say No by Billy Squier, the heaviest and best album. As was AC/DC for Those About to Rock.
Yeah.
And you might, I don't know, I have an idea or I have an inkling that it might show up. So anyway, keep it coming, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try to get there. We will try to include you. Keep it coming. We want to keep it interactive. Eminence Front the Who. The only track on It's Hard that's worth a crap. Because I hate that. I mean, I like Face Dancers really well, but I don't get It's Hard. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Oh, Sign of the Gypsy Queen. Dark the Wizard.
Yeah.
The Wizard has spoken. All right, so let's go over to DC. DC, what's your next 3?
All right. Well, I had a little bit of my thunder stolen here for my next 3 picks, but I'm gonna plow through them anyway. I could throw a rocker in there, even though Ernesto has already chosen it. I also picked Mean Streets from Van Halen with that badass guitar groove.
Yeah.
And all time. And I love how it opens and then everybody kicks in and they get into that syncopated groove. Outstanding. Chef's kiss.
I like that.
One of my choices that didn't get stolen from me, my next one, is from an all-time favorite group. This duo showed that they could make the transition from where they were in the 70s and where pop music was going in the 80s. And it's Hall & Oates with I Can't Go For That, No Can Do.
Yeah, a
And
classic.
this isn't the Hall & Oates of Sarah Smile or She's Gone. They were ready to embrace the vibes and stylings of a new decade, yet they remained true to their musical vision. And
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish up.
To be honest, I didn't like a lot of what made the early 80s musically. Too mechanical, herky-jerky at times, cheesy keyboards. But despite that, the musicality, the songwriting, and the vocal chops came through for Hall & Oates. That never deterred them or knocked them off the D's turntable back in the day. This song is over 5 minutes, and I never tire of it. In fact, I kind of get lost in it, kind of hypnotized, if you will. And it's a real great groove for me and a benchmark single of that era.
Yeah, the thing that I wanted to say about Hall & Oates, I think Private Eyes, if you look at their 80s output, I think this and Voices are probably the best of the 80s, because after that they started to really start using a lot more drum machines and had that horrendous 80s production, though I think Big Bam Boom's a pretty good record.
I love Big Bam Boom.
But it really, I mean, we're hardcore.
They really piled it on as they moved through the 80s. True.
Yeah.
And people tend to talk more about this record than Big Bam Boom now.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And I don't know who's talking Hall & Oates. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the warehouse. So.
That's right. Okay, my third pick of this go-round here was my thunder was stolen by Grant this time. But this will be the only time I will ever have a yearly top 10 song that features rap. Just not in my wheelhouse, folks. It could be done well, mostly as a part of a song or a segment of a song, not constituting the whole song. And this song does it so well. It's Blondie with Rapture. It's fresh, clever, and its vocal approach and instrumentation, the beat, those bells that are in there, the chugga chugga guitar riff, and of course Blondie's voice, which has so much personality to it. You could tell the rhymes, they spent some time. They're funny. The cadence is really great. It's not like you sold me some bad grass, I'm going to put a cap in your ass. Like,
Well, that's a pretty good rhyme. That's a pretty good rhyme, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, DC, that's pretty solid. Okay, that's it. I got my next three
All
out of the
right,
way. Here.
awesome, cool. Let's see what's happening over here. Under pressure. Wait a minute, is that your last one?
That's it. Yeah.
All right,
my
cool.
next three.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Under Pressure by Queen's good. Jukebox Hero, excellent. Joan Armatrading, No Love. I don't think I know that one. Oh, Brian says Joan Baez did a rap in 1977 with the Time Rag. Awesome, cool.
I just remember.
I
her
love the
from
Venom picks.
The night they drove old Dixie down. Only Joan Baez I know of.
Did I miss the Venom picks? Was that before?
There were some, like 2 or 3 people in the chat were picking Venom. I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, if you said Venom, oh, there it is. Roger, Venom, Welcome to Hell.
Yeah, Johnny Metal.
Sounds like a
friggin',
nice Christian track.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
there's
up there with
more
that
Venom.
Yeah.
Logan's into Venom. All of you guys are all into Venom. Well,
It's old school,
let's
right?
all go slaughter some sheep, everybody. What else? Hall & Oates, Head Above Water on side 2. It's fantastic. It is fantastic.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, I can't keep track with everybody. Sheena Easton, 9 to 5. Morning Train.
Ooh, Sheena Easton.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The majority of these albums came out in my final 6 months of high school. They formed the soundtrack to my 80s life going forward. No doubt.
It's the soundtrack of our lives, folks. When music at that part
Hearts
of your
and
life.
tequila, huh? Wow, that sounds familiar.
All we need is some swords and tequila and listen to some Venom, and then it's going to be a fun night. All right, cool. That was good. DC, that was it, right? Sorry.
That's
Got to
it for
keep
me.
me in line.
All right.
It's hard for me to keep track.
Now we're done
BM
being bold.
Bolt, what's your next 3?
Yeah. So 2 of my next 3 have been taken as well. It is what it is, but so yeah, it's gonna go Main Street.
Oh man, look at that.
We have
Wow.
a trifecta.
Did you guys? You guys had to share this amongst yourselves,
No,
right?
we didn't know.
Okay.
But yeah, that intro is just mind-boggling how he plays that, and then he breaks into that da 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 da. What a great riff! That's a great riff. Unchained is a close second on here.
Yeah.
That's another great riff. So.
That is my favorite Van Halen album. I think that album is top notch from the beginning to the end.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
So my next pick. I'm surprised nobody's really brought this up yet, but I'm gonna go with the beginning of the side 1 on this album. So I'm gonna go with the Ides of March and Wrathchild.
There you go.
That's a good one.
This was the first thing I ever heard by Iron Maiden, and I had never heard anything like this prior to it. I think it was kind of the driving rhythms and the drums just kind of propelling the song along, and I was just like, wow, this is incredible. And
But in all honesty, there really wasn't anything quite like this before.
No.
They were pretty much trailblazing this sound.
maybe there was, but it wasn't. Nobody knew it.
Well, these guys
they-
obviously did it better than anybody else at the time.
Exactly. It just I first heard that I was just blown away by it.
Yeah.
So then, my next track is another one that Daryl came up with. Yeah, I'm going with Same Old Lang Syne. Like he said, I mean, that song.
You two girls are so much
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, you hear that song and it just makes you think about
relationships.
Yeah, that you've
You
had.
can't-
And love and flowers
You cannot go
All that
back
mushy
sometimes. You can't
That
go
better
back
not-
sometimes.
That's not a wedding song, is it?
I don't know. They might play that in what? No.
It's more of a, I don't know. It's weird because it's kind of a Christmas song, but it's really not about Christmas. It just takes big place at Christmas.
DC, isn't this one of those songs that you play when you're getting ready to make love?
I don't know, because it's a delicate balance between hooking up but not being able to capture the magic. So maybe you don't want that. Put on another bread track.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand how you operate.
Oh boy.
Just trying to understand.
It's
Yeah.
not making love. It's called kissing.
There's the possum.
I play it with all my lady friends at the dumpster.
You guys are bad. Eddie Rabbit, I love A Rainy Night. Well, who doesn't?
Ah, there you go.
Here we go. Here's a nice
Yeah, there
Christian
you go.
song.
There you go.
Dead Kennedys, Too Drunk to... I can't say it because we're a Christian channel here. Black Sabbath, Mob Rules.
Of course.
Ranch Rock Warehouse, your home for Christian rock.
Oh, D-Rocker, Tom Sawyer. That is one song. D-Rocker, I appreciate you bringing up Tom Sawyer, but that's one Rush song that I don't ever have to listen to again.
Exactly. Me
I've
too.
heard it. They won't quit playing it here on the
Yeah.
radio.
And I never stop playing it. Grant.
Ooh, how about this? Terry's got something. Please Don't Touch, Motorhead
Yeah,
Girls School.
Awesome. I love
Fucking
it.
Terry's bringing it in.
That's
Yep.
right.
You go, Terry.
Maureen, yeah, I mentioned that. Maureen, you and I are thinking alike. Eric, fair warning, is the best Van Halen. I have to agree.
Did anybody else eyeball that heavy metal soundtrack and all the good songs that were on there?
I
should pull a couple things off of this.
I know,
well,
right?
my honorable mention might come from there if we have time. We'll just keep it
But you know,
loose.
the soundtrack came out, but you're talking about the score or the soundtrack?
The
regular-
soundtrack.
I've seen at least 2 songs mentioned in the comments off that album tonight so far. Maybe more.
Here we go. Juice
Oh.
Newton, Angel of the Morning.
Where did Juice Newton go? She just disappeared like Grand Funk Railroad in 1980. Just
There you go.
I think Juice is still out there.
okay.
Yeah, she's around.
Good for her.
Ooh, Hungry for Rock by Y&T, gentlemen. Is that you agree with that? That's good.
It's good too.
Yeah.
Anything
All
off
right.
Rick Baker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, let's keep going. Ernesto, you are up. What's your next
All
3?
right. I'm going to talk about this quick. This one album that I got when I was a kid. And I bought this album with my own money back in the day. And it's called Billy Squire. Don't Say No.
There you go.
And In the Dark. That's the song I picked.
Great album. Great album.
Amazing. This album, man, got me hooked. You know?
He's
I didn't
getting
hear
old.
any of his previous stuff, so I didn't know this. As a kid, when you hear this, you're like, "Whoa, this is badass."
He's getting a
away.
lot of. He's getting a lot of love here tonight, Ernesto, and that guy's got to be sick to his stomach because his career was going like this.
Oh yeah,
And then the infamous video.
yeah.
We did a show on one of the Contrarian shows, and people were talking about it. I don't know if anybody was on the. I can't keep track of all these damn shows.
This is history.
Okay, but I think we determined that revisionist history exactly, John.
That's
because
right.
at the time, you guys remember when it was on MTV, I didn't think anything about it. So he's got a pink shirt on. Everybody was
I
wearing
did.
pink.
That's a great song, though.
He
man.
was prancing
Great
around
song.
like a drum major.
No
I
one
could not-
thought anything about
Oh,
it. Every
I
The
did.
video was horrible.
I could not go to my record store and put
No.
that album
Bullshit.
up there for purchase.
Bullshit,
Me,
DC.
I couldn't.
Yes, no,
No one thought anything about it at the time. When his career, because we talked about it, John, his career was going up.
Yes, it
And we
was.
think he got to the point where his time, his moment had passed.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that record,
right.
but it came out and it kind of didn't sell like the previous records, and you had to blame it on something. But I remember that song was big on MTV.
Huge.
Huge.
was
And
this
I
little-
didn't think about it.
You know what sucks though is that Opie and Andy, those radio guys, they made a big old shtick about it. They made a video of it and they're just goofing on it. I mean, it was bad.
Revisionist history, because if you wouldn't have brought it up, we wouldn't have thought about it.
I could honestly say at the time I saw that video, I had heard the song before, but when I saw the video, it was like, oh my God.
Is the Billy Squire video any goofier than any video that Poison did back in the day?
Yes.
Or Journey.
He's by himself.
DC, you're
He's
out of
doing
your
this-
mind.
He's doing this drum major thing, and it's like, oh my God.
No, and then-
Everybody was doing it.
and
Iron-
then laying on the ground and
DC Iron Maiden fans see that every time they see Yannick Gers on stage. Come on, it's no different.
Okay.
So DC, calm down.
all right.
Has anybody seen Pat Travers' "I Love You" video?
Yeah.
It's not far from that Billy Squire. video.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that song, so I'm not gonna check it out
Yeah,
on
you just check
YouTube.
the
I
video out.
love.
Was
that
he
song.
wearing a pink shirt and had little shorts like John
No,
did?
It's like he's in his apartment. He's
Okay.
kind of. He's got a.
I'm just
woman
giving
with-
John shit. We
it's
love
got a-
John.
I know. I'm like looking down every 30 seconds. Everything like that happens.
I've got 2 pink shirts. I got nothing against pink shirts. It's just the drum major stuff he was doing and the grinding on the ground and
That's called art. Prince did it all the time.
okay.
Great
All right,
album.
we're gonna let it go. I don't
Let's
think
get
DC
back to Ernesto.
Yeah, let's get back to Ernesto. DC's not gonna let it down. All right, go ahead.
All right, we're talking about another great band, a band called Rainbow, Difficult to Cure.
There you go.
And the song, of course, is Spotlight Kid, a song that they would always open up at their concerts. Badass song right there, Spotlight Kid.
Mm-hmm. Excellent choice. No one picked any Rainbow on this show other
Oh
than
man,
you.
this is a great album, man.
Cool
This
too.
is a great album.
Could you ever pick anything that you didn't have the 8-track for? That's what everybody in the comments wants to know.
Yeah, probably.
I've never seen it.
Once we get to the
Yeah, I know.
90s, he's gonna have to get away from the 8
Yeah, I'm gonna be into the CDs and bring out the CDs and stuff.
George, is George here? Who's
Great
George?
album.
You love this? I don't know how many Georges are here. I'm not doing my job as a host very well.
No. So, anyways,
All right, keep her coming.
Let me move on to my what is this? My 5th. Another great band from down under, a little band called AC/DC.
Never heard of him.
Who?
No, I know.
What the?
For those about to rock, baby. There it is.
This is where I think they jumped the shark.
You did?
No.
An anthem, man. It's such a
No,
kick ass.
it was good.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's a poor man's back on.
that was a great anthem.
Sounds
Still.
forced.
The cracks are showing, right,
The
Grant?
cracks are showing just like Queen the Game. Johnny Metal is shaking his head, but the cracks are forming, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot deny
It was
it.
a great jam.
Very
I
true.
too wasn't so hot.
Well, okay, to give AC/DC some props, think about
Right.
it. You had an album as big as Back in Black. How could you ever follow up that record? You
Right.
can't.
Which just went 26 times platinum.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't follow it up. Whatever they would do is going to fail in comparison, you know?
Sure.
But at least Angus didn't wear a pink shirt and gyrated on the floor. At least he didn't
Exactly.
do that.
I gyrated on the floor a little bit, but
Well,
Yeah.
kind of.
All right. Thank you, Ernesto. Let's see what's happening here because I can't keep track with everybody. Everybody is going crazy. Oh, my God. Here we go with the damn cracks again. I'm going to do a show on albums where the cracks started to form.
Thank goodness you're saying those kind of
Write
cracks.
it down. Write that down, man.
I don't have it. I don't have a pen. Darn it. Logan, you're my employee. Can you write that down? All right. Let's keep going. Johnny Metal, you're up.
Here we go. Okay, so this band has been mentioned a couple of times
did.
tonight, and another power trio out of England. So let's go a little Invisible Sun from Ghost in the Machine by the Police. Another great track from
Yes.
that album. Such a moody, just atmospheric song. Really good stuff. Number 6. Let's stick with the British bands here. produced by Mutt Lange, if my memory serves me correctly. Second album, as far as I'm concerned, probably their best album in my opinion. But Bringing on the Heartbreak / Switch 625, because you gotta have Switch 625 after Bringing on the Heartbreak. Come on, that's right.
The last great Def Leppard album right there.
I completely agree. I know someone said it's an underrated album because I think every song is in the key of A. Well, I'm sorry. I still think they sounded hungry. I think they sounded just great album. I thought it was something very cool. Yeah. Now, here's one that'll throw everybody off. I have a feeling. I remember seeing this one. I saw in the movie theater. And the score wins the Academy Award for Best Score. And I'm talking the titles song, the title track, whatever you want to call it, from Chariots of Fire.
There you go.
Oh,
That's never been mentioned in the Warehouse. Only when Logan brings it out and he has to play it during work.
Don't make me go with the 8-track.
Where's the 8-track, Ernesto?
But, for me, a very iconic song, and again, seeing it in the theater with my dad when it came out was really, really super cool too. So it has a very deep memory for me. So there you go. Messed everybody up with that one. So there you go.
Yeah.
You're a Renaissance man. It's you like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Hey, I got to throw you guys off a little bit. I gave you guys Flash last year
there you
for
go.
80. So
and Flashdance before that. Yeah. Christopher Cross, Arthur's theme. That's my theme.
That's another soundtrack. Yeah,
that was one of my runners-up.
Of course it was. All right, what else is happening? Chariots of Squire, like Chris Squire.
Oh, no, like Billy Squire.
Or Billy Squire.
I like that. Or Chris Squire.
Poor Logan, dude. Man, how much have you been drinking tonight?
Logan's not old enough to drink. Logan's very pure in our congregation. My special time music. Queen. Oh, here we go. Grand Funk Queen Bee.
Heavy metal soundtrack.
But did that come out?
81.
Did Queen Bee come out on one of those later Grand Funk records? It did.
Yeah, it's on I think it's on the second 80s album by Grand Funk.
D-Rock or Michael Stanley Band, Falling in Love Again. Great song.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty much forgotten now, but man, what a great song.
That's a wedding reception song.
We're going to have a prayer group right after this. So Logan, you may want to attend because you're a sinner.
We're here to heal the masses.
Anyway, so was that you, Ernesto? You done?
I'm done.
Oh, John was done. I can't host, put graphics up and shoot the shit. I can't do it. It's like chewing gum. All right, cool. Sammy Hagar, Heavy Metal. Terry, that's my runner-up. God, I love that song. That's like one of my favorite Sammy songs. And yes, the Heavy Metal soundtrack is awesome.
Oh, Dark Wizard has the information. It's on their first 80s album, Grand
Excellent.
Funk Lives.
I'm
Thank
glad
you,
the
Dark
Wizard's
Wizard.
here to keep us in line.
Thank you.
So, Logan can't get over me taking my medicine. Well, you know, Papa needs to take his medicine.
And Jason's talking about something that we talked about earlier in the discussion here with the Devo track.
Jerking back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Canary
deal.
in a coal mine.
All right, cool. All right, so John, that was your three?
Not canary in a coal mine. Looking in a coal mine.
Yeah.
That was your three. All right, let's go over to John the Music Nut and get his next three.
All right. A lot of mine have already been mentioned. Already at this cassette, though. It's probably still sitting in her old bedroom, along with her old school books and Christmas decorations. It's from Private Eyes. I was about to say Voices. It's I Can't Go For That, No Can Do by Hall & Oates.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. Look at that. 2 Hall & Oates tonight. There you go.
Get some love.
Right. Now, actually, Byron mentioned a song off this album earlier, off of King Crimson's Discipline. It's Lila Hunjin Sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Anagram for Heat in the Jungle. Anagram for Mongo.
Such a great record. I love that whole Adrian Belew period. Those 3 records, those are my favorites.
Fantastic.
5.
From Fire of Unknown Origin, we got Burning for You by Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still catchy as sin all these years later. There you go.
Yep.
And that is one of those tracks that I've heard over and over again. But out of the Blue Oyster Cult catalog, I never get tired of this song.
Yeah. You never switched the dial.
Buck's vocals, the guitars on this record, it's top-notch songwriting. There's great production on it. It doesn't sound dated by any means.
Mm-mm.
It's a great track. It still holds up. I love it. It's one of my favorites. In fact, John, I bought the 45 when it came out back in the day. Yeah,
Wow.
I still got it.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's how I roll.
Ernesto, you got that on 8-track?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get to bring it out.
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
Do you
I
have
was
any
gonna-
Olivia Newton-John on 8-track, Ernesto?
No, I don't. God forbid.
What's the
No.
Grease soundtrack?
What do
which
you mean?
one?
Physical was great.
Grease.
Grease?
That's
Oh
what
yeah,
I want to do.
I got the Broadway musical and I got the regular soundtrack. I got like 3 or 4 of those.
There you go. Nice.
All right, cool.
Those are easy to find, yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, we'll keep it moving. Let's see what's happening in the chat real quick. It's going to take forever. What time is it? I can't see what time it is. It doesn't matter.
10 of.
8:52.
10 up to the
All
top.
right,
of the
well,
hour.
we might go a little bit over. All right. Debbie Harry backfired. Don't know that, but that's good. Fire of Unknown Origin is just a top-notch album. 100% agree.
That's right.
Fire and Ice by Pat Benatar. We might hear some Pat Benatar. Quarter Flash, Williams Quarter Flash. I bought that Quarter Flash album when it came out.
Yeah.
I like it. I've
think
got like all
everybody did.
3 of them. Everybody did.
Yeah.
Does Dawkins count?
No. Not
No.
yet. Not yet.
When did Breaking the Chains come out?
That was like
82.
82.
No,
Yeah.
82.
Roger, it does not count.
82.
Yvonne, you could be on these shows. I'd love to have Yvonne on the show. I need your information if you want to come on.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
King
a lot
Crimson-
of these people, contact
Right,
Grant.
Yeah, leave me a message. If
Yeah.
you want to come on, talk to me.
Hey,
I'm here.
technically, Roger's right about Dawkins.
What?
Because Breaking the Chains actually was released in 1981 on Career Records, but it was credited as Don Dawkins.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Roger.
I just looked at that. I just looked that up, so I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, when you look at the album, it says 82, the first album.
Right.
Yeah.
Dang it, Roger. Man.
And confirmed by Mark Wilburn.
Yeah.
Terry, I think he did.
That's right.
I don't know if they got it all worked out, but all right, I'm going to go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Once I get rid of this graphic, because I don't want it to cover up my graphic. I'm going to go with, once I find it. Okay, here we go. How can I go on a show without mentioning this? Because this is one of my top favorite albums in 1981. We did a whole damn show on this record, or on this band, for over a year. I'm going to go with April Wine, Just Between You and Me, from Nature of the Beast. This whole there. Thank you, Ernesto, for the 8-track prop. Great record. I love this record. This and Harder, Faster, it could flip-flop. Those are my number ones. My number 2. Oh, look at Ernesto. What's that?
Vinyl. He's got vinyl, folks.
I was
Is
trying
that
to
the
reach for
purple
mine, but I-
label? Purple label?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's purple. Those are good.
Yeah.
Is it a Wally? You know what a Wally is?
What's a lolly? What is that?
A mastering engineer who mastered. You always want Wallies if you're getting Capital. It'll have a W on it on the inner groove. All right, number 5. Who mentioned the heavy metal soundtrack? Byron, was that you?
Byron.
I'm gonna go with Cheap Trick. Reach Out from the heavy metal
I almost
soundtrack,
picked that.
which is one of my all-time favorite Cheap Trick songs. In fact, along with the heavy metal, I love both the Sammy version and the Don Felder track that he had. This is a phenomenal soundtrack record.
Yeah.
But Reach Out and the other Cheap Trick song, love them both. And I'm going to make a quick comment. These were the Cheap Trick tracks on here were produced by Roy Thomas Baker, and he didn't use the same technique that he used on One on One. And I really wish he would have done the same thing on here that he did on One on One, because the tracks on here are phenomenal. But it is what it is, and that's me going on a rant. So Cheap Trick's my number 5. Not really, but I have to rank them somewhere. My number 6, I'm going to go with Styx, Snowblind from Paradise Theater. Ernesto, great minds think alike, but this is a better song because it says Tommy Shaw and James Young belting it out. And you cannot deny how great Tommy Shaw sounds on this track.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Oh, love it. All right, so there you go. That's my number 6. Now we're going to go. Now we're getting down to our last 4. So DC, take it away.
All right, coming into the home stretch, and it's back to the album cuts with another all-time favorite band of mine. And I could have picked 5 or 6 songs from this album in my top 10, but it's the Tubes with Amnesia from the Completion Backwards Principle. And I picked this one because it shifts a couple gears within the same song, and it all works. It's kind of ballad-like, but it's kind of hard rock, and it's kind of funky. And with each verse, it builds and builds, and I love when artists do these subtle things in a song that give it more resonance as it moves along. So, and I could have picked Mr. Hate, Let's Make Some Noise, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. This album, to me, is a 10. Love it. Next pick.
Final 4. Yeah, go ahead.
I like to rock, and I also like humor in my rock every once in a while. So let's go with Cut from another of my favorite bands, ZZ Top from El Loco with Tube Snake Boogie.
I took it off. There you go.
What a fun groove, and just like that shuffle boogie beat. It's so different. And I love how the bass pushes along the song. Really different tune from ZZ Top. I love it. And Blow Your Top. Blow Your Top. Let's see. I love 70s and 60s soul music, and sadly, when we reached this point in time, the style of soul music was about to drastically change, and not for the better. But here is one of the last vestiges of soul music the way I love it. And Grant's, you're going to have a lot of laughs, folks.
Oh, God. Go ahead. Wait a minute. We can't show it yet. Drag it out for a little bit because no one's going to expect this. This may take away your man card.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I play this song with all the ladies at the junk pile.
Ready?
It's one of the great voices of soul of all time. Smokey Robinson with Being With You.
That's right.
This is smooth. It's breezy with that classic Smokey vocal. And I'm shocked to find out that this was his biggest hit of his career. I don't believe that's got to be his biggest solo hit, because with the Miracles, he had to have scored bigger hits than this. They said it sold 4 million copies. So there's a few people that think the same way I do out there.
DC, I really hate to bring this up. Normally we take these kind of matters behind closed doors in HR, but I do believe you're going to have to take your man card and submit it to Marlon.
We've been demoted.
Then Marlon and Logan are going to work me over at the Warehouse tomorrow.
I'm sorry that we had to bring this out in the open, but you're going to have to talk to Marlon.
We don't normally like to air our dirty laundry out.
Look at that! Look at that cover, man! Look at that cover! Look at his eyebrows, man! They are a masterpiece.
Those are. Some
I think Smokey looks good. He looks good.
Yeah, he's a good-looking man, but those eyebrows are out of control.
Hey, it was the early '80s.
Nonetheless, love that song.
They didn't trim that shit, Ernesto, in the '80s.
Oh, they
Well,
that came later.
Well, with the ladies, they started to. But
What are you talking about, DC? What are you talking about?
Let's move on to my last pick.
Okay.
Here's another left field choice because I always like to throw one in there and give a little love for songs that are kind of forgotten, but when you mention them, everybody remembers them fondly, hopefully. It's The Squeeze with Tempted. And this is just a solid pop song in much the same vein as Nick Lowe's Cruel to Be Kind that I picked for the 1980s show. So there you go. I'm done, folks.
Great song.
Were you in love, DC? Were you in love in 81?
I might have been.
Yvonne has a theory.
Yeah.
All right, let me look over here real quick. Wait a minute, here we go. DC, have you tried heavy metal? It's pretty good.
You know what? I do like a lot. Hard rock is probably where I'm more at. When you get into heavy metal, especially death metal and the Cookie Monster vocals, I got no use for that. And you'll find when you get older, at least this is played out in my life, the older I get, the less the hard rock and that stuff lays prominence in my wheelhouse. It's more melody and songcraft and everything. I'm an older guy. That's just where I'm at.
Oh, so. Don't be so shy. Stephen David Smokey Robinson. Well, yeah, he's Tears of a Clown, all that stuff. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, all that Motown stuff. Come on.
He doesn't get any credit that much. You know this?
Yeah, Tyler Patterson.
There you go, Tyler.
You are 100% right. No one even mentioned any Journey, I think, on this show. Stone in Love is my favorite Journey song. I love it.
Journey, that whole Escape album is too played out. I didn't want to mention it.
Heavy metal is like wine. Don't start with the hard stuff. You won't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
About as far as I go with heavy metal is probably Judas Priest. And I don't even consider Sabbath heavy metal. That's more hard rock to me. So I do Cookie Monster.
Roger, is that true? You really do Cookie Monster? I can't even talk.
I think I've heard him do it once.
Hey,
holy crap, Roger!
Listen to and play what you love. That's what music's all about. So
next month on Grant's Rock Warehouse, DC does the top 10 Johnny Mathis albums.
There you go.
The softer side of
that. There you go.
The softer side of the Warehouse.
All right, was that your? Wait a minute, you still got more, right?
I'm done.
You're done? Oh, guess you aren't done.
I'm just waiting for my ass whipping tomorrow at the Warehouse, but I'll be ready for you, Marlon.
All right, let's get over to BM Bolt because Mrs. BM Bolt needs him to give her a hot dog. So Byron,
hey, play that Smoky tune and thank me later.
Stephanie needs a hot dog. Can you work that up?
Maybe after we get done here, I'll
okay. Well, what's your next four?
All right. So this was a band. I remember hearing them a lot back in the early 80s, but I never really owned anything until a few years ago. And I only got a couple albums so far, but I'm going to go off of the Saga Worlds Apart. I'm going to go with Wind 'Em Up. I really like that song.
It's a great song.
It won't do it.
I enjoy his voice. It's got this regalness to it or whatever. I don't know how to describe
Michael Sadler's voice.
And but the chorus on this song is just so good. And what I like about them is they'll do these little like staccato interludes in their songs. And I think this song is better than
Ian Crichton's such a great guitar player.
Yeah.
So, that whole album is good. It's
a great album. Saga's a great band anyway.
Oh man.
Belated happy birthday to Michael Sadler too.
So I never talk about Rush on this channel.
Don't.
You're gonna ruin your streak.
For God's sake.
Everybody talks about Rush.
They do?
Yes, everybody's talking. All the channels are talking Rush. Rush fans get on my nerves sometimes. But
wow, Byron! What? Don't hold back.
But you know, but Moving Pictures was such a monumental album. I felt like, man, I got to pick something off of this album. And but I'm going to go with a little bit of an odd choice. I'm going to go with Vital Signs, the last.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Right.
You don't hear that one that much. I'm sick of most of it.
It's great.
It's like this reggae song, but with a twist. It's kind of like the Police, but with this prog twist to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always loved that song.
It's great.
You don't really hear it that often. So
I love it.
there,
That
I'm
might be my Byron. That might be my favorite track on that record.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's solid, and you don't. I mean, I think I told the story about Tom Sawyer one time. I won't go into it tonight.
Well,
That song is so worn out.
well, we're a little bit. Go ahead. What's the story?
Well, okay. When I first met the missus, you know, she's younger, and so she's like a different generation. She didn't even know who Rush was, right?
Right.
And we're driving around. I'm saying, "You've not heard of Rush?" She goes, "No." I said, "You've never heard Tom Sawyer?" She goes, "No, I never heard it. I said, "You can't turn on the radio without hearing Rush."
Right.
And Tom Sawyer. And she goes, "Oh, no." So I don't know. I'm listening to a channel. So I go to the next channel, and Tom Sawyer's playing. True story.
Yep.
All right.
It's true. Look, Roger,
That's how it is.
man, insulting death metal and now Rush. I really
You know
feel
what?
like I'm being attacked. We're not attacking. We're just having fun. We love you, Roger.
This is their journey escape right here. This is their most popular album commercially, if you think about it. That's what I
Yeah, definitely.
think.
Roger, I need to give you a wrench.
You know,
Hold
I mean,
on.
yeah, your pick is Byron. Your pick is great because who wants to hear Tom Sawyer all over again? You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is.
I try to pick the deeper cuts sometimes. So anyway.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
Oh, and Terry, I need to give you a wrench. Hold on, everybody.
Give
Now I'm going to
wrenches.
give out some wrenches.
He's throwing out some wrenches.
While I'm talking.
Oh, Roger, here's your wrench.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Don't interrupt. Wait a minute.
You don't need to talk while I can talk while you're giving out wrenches.
Calm down. Calm down, and tell your hot dog to calm down. Let me look at this. All right.
I'll be back.
I want to thank. Hold on. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Roger, and Terry for coming on. I'm trying to look through the chat and see who's new here. I want to thank you guys for coming on. I love what you've added to the discussion. We just have fun here on the Warehouse. So I've given you a wrench. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. And it's a community here. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. So anyway, BM Bolt, keep going.
Yes. All right. So the next track, I discovered the band on this album. I hadn't heard anything prior to this. This was my senior year of high school when this came out. These guys probably became my favorite band from 82 to 85, 86-ish period. So I'm going to go off of the Allied Forces album. I'm going to go Fight the Good Fight.
Yes.
This song, I think, has all the best aspects of Triumph. It's got a little bit of prog to it. Rick singing, I prefer Rick when he's nothing wrong with Gil singing, but I prefer Rick when Rick sings. It's got the inspirational lyrics. It's got the mellow 12-string guitar parts. It's got the heavier rhythm sections, and it's got some nice solos to it. I think it really sums up Triumph, probably the best in one song.
Excellent track.
That's a great pick.
My last pick, I had trouble narrowing down my last pick. I had a few other things on my mind that I thought, I don't know. I was going to go Journey, Who's Crying Now, which I think is one of Neil Schoen's tastiest solos.
The tone that Neil Schoen has on that track and the emotion and the feeling.
Right.
That is okay.
It's a simple solo for the most part. It's just perfect.
But it's perfect. The amount of emotion and how he plays that and his technique, absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal solo.
It was a close second. But,
well, it just goes to show you don't have to do a lot of notes to make it mean something.
It's what you play, not how fast you play it.
Correct. So yeah, that's a good pick.
Here's a question for Byron: who you prefer, Triumph or Rush?
Rush. To me, they are more.
Oh,
They had a longer career, more highlights. Triumph had some albums that weren't as well. They just Rush just had a more long-standing career, in my opinion. But they were better overall.
Right.
But I'm not slamming. It's not slam Triumph or anything. It's hard to compete with Rush. I don't want to talk about Rush though. I already said that.
All right. Don't talk about that.
Okay.
there you go. Lights go down.
One other track I was going to mention, but it just didn't make my list, was Rod Stewart, "Young Turks." That's a great pop song.
I got a story about that.
Okay. Anyway, so my last pick, I'm going to go. Ernesto will like it because this is one of my favorite band. I think it might be his favorite band. I'm going to go with what the hell is my pick? Angel of Death. Yeah.
Oh, Angel of Death. Okay, I thought you were going to say
I went with
Renegade.
Angel of Death. This is the heaviest song they had done until that point. Now, to me, it was kind of a precursor to the Thunder and Lightning album,
Right.
when they really stepped it up with
Full
John
Out,
Sykes.
Yeah.
But
Is that Gary Moore on that one?
no, Snowy White.
Snowy White.
Snowy White.
Okay. I don't know that later catalog, so I
Yeah,
don't.
there's nothing else on this album that's quite as heavy as that.
Mexican
Or-
Blood.
Hollywood is kind of heavy, but nowhere
Hollywood,
near
Mexican
that.
Blood. Those are good songs. Those are good. Yeah, those are
But,
good songs.
yeah, so I went with this because I felt like I needed to pick something by Thin Lizzy. I don't talk about them quite enough.
Right.
And this is a great song. It's got
Awesome.
heavy for Triumph. Really.
Dude.
I'm glad you picked it.
Hildegard, thanks so much. This is awesome. Because we did the skating party last night. Thanks. That's awesome. What a great show we had last night too.
Good
Oh.
pick. Good pick.
That's
Anyway.
my list.
That was it. All right, cool. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Cheap Trick, If You Want My Love. Great. Oh,
Good pick.
Thin Lizzy, Angel of Death, my favorite. Awesome choice. There you go. That's good. Heavy Lizzy. Yes.
Yeah.
Great about that song is it's so heavy, but there's a lot of keyboards on it.
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
keyboards actually make it a heavier song.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first album that Darren Wharton was a real member on. I think he played a little bit on Chinatown.
And you know what? He's a good singer too.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
I have not listened to much Dare in my life.
You don't like Darren?
I
Darren's
haven't
pretty
listened to him much. So
Yvonne, we'll get to the Human League here in a minute. You just brace yourself. Make sure you're securely fastened in.
There was a lot of new wave bands that came out in 81, so I was really surprised not many people mentioned it, but
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, we haven't really mentioned any of that stuff. That's all right.
Oh,
It is what
right.
it is. All right, Ernesto, you're up.
All right, the next one I'm going to pick is from a little band from up north, Little April Wine,
There you go.
little All Over Town. Love that song.
Great song.
Great album, too. Great album. That's my number 4 from
Excellent.
Nature of the Beast.
I approve.
Amazing song. I love that one. I didn't want to pick, Sign of the Gypsy Queen because everybody plays that one.
Yeah, I might pick that. So don't.
Yeah. Didn't want to play that one.
Yeah, don't pick that.
No. And so my number 3 is from another great band,
Mm-hmm.
Little Black Sabbath.
Great
Little
record.
Sign of the Southern Cross.
There you go, Roger.
Heavy.
Exactly. There you go, Roger.
Heavy. You don't get any heavier than that, man.
That's a great record.
this is a 10 out of 10 album. This is a
Oh, yeah.
fucking badass album, man. You know?
No filler at all on there.
Oh, such a great album. Dio's my man. We grew up, my generation, we grew up on Dio. We didn't grow up on Ozzy, but it's just, his voice is amazing on this song.
He invigorated that band big time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
Really
God.
did.
He did. And he went on to different things and, solo, amazing.
Yep. Good record.
Yeah. And then, am I doing all of them, mine? Get it over with?
Yeah, you got 2 more.
Yeah, okay. So the next one is another band from up north. A little band called Contrarian. But I
Never-
picked Fight the Good Fight.
Never
Because
heard
that-
of them. Never heard of them.
Fight the Good Fight. Do I got that album? Hold on.
Oh.
I think I do. I have the album too. See, I have the album.
Okay.
Triumph
the
getting a lot of love tonight, Triumph.
Fight the
Do you
good
have
fight.
it on Edison cylinder though?
No, I don't.
Well, you don't have it all then, do you?
I don't have it in a stone tablet either.
Okay.
But Fight the Good Fight, amazing song. Very like inspirational. It's just one of those songs that are like, man, something about it, man. Something about it just I can't
Oh,
even
it's a
stop.
great record. It's a great record.
Awesome.
I'd say that was their peak.
Yep. It's amazing. So my number one is gonna be a totally blindsided song album because
But it's so good.
it's such a good album.
Yep.
And hold on, I got props. Hold on, I got props. Hold on.
Dun, 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 dun,
He's going to get his
dun,
Smokey
dun, dun, dun,
Robinson
dun.
album.
Yeah. Hold on. This is from a little band called Riot.
You sure we're? Do you want me to play? You're back. Okay, I was going to play music. All right, go ahead.
Fire Down Under, a little song called
Oh crap! I
Swords.
don't have my. Hold on. Don't
Swords.
quit talking. Hold on. I don't have my graphic up. Wait a minute. We can't do without the graphic. Okay, now you can go.
A little album song called Swords and Tequila.
Ernesto.
Yeah, you're all set.
You gotta have everything, man. You gotta have the props, man.
My goodness.
I'm telling you, this album, man, this band from New York, man, kicked ass. They were one of the best bands around. And this album just shot them up, man.
That has to be a pretty rare 8-track.
It is. It is. I can't
I've
tell you
never
how much
seen it.
but it's pretty rare. I've only seen like one or two of them ever.
Well, congratulations on that.
That is a killer album. That's my number one right there.
Excellent. Good
For
number
metal.
one. It's a good record.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
that-
just amazing.
It is amazing. I've got that. I think, didn't it come out on Cherry Red? I think that's what I've got it on.
Probably.
Yeah, Cherry Red. Yeah, they put out like 3 other records. So,
Yeah.
all right, cool, Ernesto. That's awesome. We're gonna go throw it over to Johnny Metal.
Okay. All right. Well, this song has been mentioned before from a particular drum major dancing, gyrating person, Billy Squire in the Dark.
Oh, there you go.
Kickoff track. Absolutely love that track. I really kind of wish a current metal band or something would get a hold of that one and really just amp that up. I think somebody could make a massive cover with that one.
Sure.
Armored Saints.
Yeah, that could be a good choice actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, great lead off track to that album. My number 3 is from another band from the land up north. You know, for all the hot dogs we've been talking, well, you know, if you like the buns, then this album's for you folks. The album Closer from the Get Lucky album from Loverboy, Take Me to the Top.
Classic.
With its classic keyboard and out of tune bass.
I've never noticed that.
I read about that on Wiki. I was like, it doesn't sound exactly, but whatever it is, it works great. It's a 6-minute classic track off of Get Lucky. Absolutely great song. Always was one of my favorites from that album.
Wasn't like a demo or something?
I think so. And then
Yeah.
for whatever reason, they just never fixed it or something, but it works.
It works.
It works good. So, gotta give the Loverboy some love. Good stuff. Okay, now this song, my next one, I don't think was picked by anybody on this panel at all. Not one.
Uh-huh.
But when I dropped the needle, because this was my introduction to this band, and I dropped the needle on this track, life-changing. Mean Streets from Van Halen. Come on.
Amazing. Look how that popped up.
I
Almost
mean,
forgot about that song.
man, I mean, it's just,
Four.
oh my gosh. Just,
Yeah.
Hey, I like it that all you guys are picking the same songs because it makes less work for me.
Somebody said fair warning. Oh Lord, Lord, strike that poor boy down. Anyway, I'm gonna give you my last track, and I can get us out of here.
Mm-hmm.
This album's been mentioned actually once. I'm kind of surprised only once, but I'm going with the title track. I love the song. I love the album. I miss Randy Rhoads terribly. Diary of a Madman. Yes. Absolute Ozzy's best song in my opinion, and it's because of Randy and Randy's guitar work. And that's all I got to say about that.
It pretty much says it all. Mm-hmm. Seriously, you really don't have to say anything, and everyone will sit here and go, "Oh, yeah." Mm-hmm. So, all right, thank you, John. That was awesome. You guys are on fire tonight.
And I thought
Eric Robinson's number 7 is Flying High again from Ozzy. So
I thought more people were going to pick that album, but John was only 2 people picked it, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
I actually like Stevie Nicks' Leather and Lace.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Isn't that done with Don Henley? That's a good song.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep her going. We're winding this dog up. All right, John the Music Nut, what's your last 4?
All right, number 4, Rolling Stones, Waiting on a Friend.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
John, you and I are on some similar wavelengths a lot of the time. Yeah.
Did you want me to move his square by yours?
Yeah,
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
Speaking of wavelengths, number 3.
Van Morrison.
No. Oh, that's 78 though. That's a great song. That's a great album. 3, AC/DC, For Those About to Rock. We Salute You. So now I'm on Ernesto's wavelength.
Yeah.
That's scary, John. That's really scary.
It gets better. Number 2.
Green Street.
Now here comes Byron's wavelength. INT. I Believe in You.
You guys all need to get a room.
There you go.
Yes.
And last but certainly not least, this is a song that teaches lessons. The lesson is what you think is nothing might be something after all. And it's Van Halen, and the song is Mean Street.
What is up with you guys in this damn song?
Hell yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah.
Good song, apparently.
Each other.
Where's Spider Butt? I saw it. Spider Butt. I gave you a wrench. You are now part of the club. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, please like and subscribe.
Wow, I think that album, everybody's picked it, I think, Grant, you're the only one that didn't pick, right?
No,
Well,
I'm not going to pick anything off that Drek. What?
You're not done yet, though.
You're not done.
No, that's
I'm not
right.
done yet, but I like I told you that's my favorite Van Halen album. I
Yeah.
love it. I can't just pick one track off of it because I think it's all great. Okay, here we go. Let's wrap this one up. All right, I'm going to go. Well, John, that was it, right? Yeah, that was your number 2.
That's right.
Keep me in line, ladies and gentlemen. Keep me in line. My number 7. I'm going to go. Oh, God. Well, Yvonne's going to dig this. I've got some that Yvonne is going to love. So I'm going to go with Rick Springfield. Love Is All Right Tonight off Working Class Dog is a power pop. Even Stephen Schnee would say that this is a power pop classic. This is not power pop adjacent. This is power pop.
Right.
And I love it. I think it's phenomenal.
Great album.
Great record. My number 8, we just did a show on our channel. Stephen Schnee was on the channel. We ranked the albums of the Knack. I'm going to go with the Knack, Another Lousy Day in Paradise from Round Trip. Yet another power pop classic. Phenomenal. This album got slammed when it came out, but a lot of people like this as their favorite Knack album. So don't listen to the Rolling Stone album guide. Number 9, I'm going to go with Pat Benatar, Promises in the Dark.
That's right.
Let's give Pat some love. Oh, Neil Gelderot, his guitar playing on here. Oh, smoking.
So sharp.
Oh, insane.
So right in the pocket.
Yeah,
with
we talk
rhythm.
about Neil Schon is great, which he is, but Neil, holy crap.
It's the
A
first
lot of
mention.
Neils that are really good.
Yeah.
I think you're the first mention of Pat Benatar, right? And nobody's mentioned
I do
him.
believe so, but I love this record.
Let's not forget Neil Sedaka.
He was a good player.
Arnie Young.
Is Yvonne still here? Let me look. Yvonne, are you
Yes.
still here? I want to make
Yeah.
sure he's strapped in.
He saw that. He saw that. He
Okay,
liked it.
that's a good one, Rick Springfield. Good. Power Pop from Down Under. Ashley, 100%. Lonely as the Night. You guys, I love everybody in the chat. You guys, we have such a great community here.
Very
Dark
bright.
Wizard, that end soloed on I Turn to Stone is awesome. It's true.
Yeah.
All right. Great Springfield choice, Grant. Light of Love and the Hagar song are also fine. Yes. Have you heard? Well, Sammy didn't really do a version I've Done Everything for You. It was on a live album. And then eventually there was a best of album that's got the studio version of that
Right.
on there. It's the only
About-
place you can get it. It's great, though.
How about Red Hot and Blue Love from that album? That cooks.
I have to represent. I have to represent Laszlo. Where is he? We're talking. I'm surprised his radar didn't go off. But okay, Yvonne, you ready? My number one. And you know, if I was going to do a list like this would always be there. Yvonne, this one's for you. I'm going to go my number 10.
Oh,
The
wow.
Human League, Don't You Want Me Off a Dare, which is a phenomenal record. Catchy. It's one of those songs that I will not turn off when I hear it. It's good. Oh, but I see Terry just put something up that I have. Oh. Yeah, the King switching to 1980. God, it's just on the cusp.
Yep.
But yeah, my runner-up would be Heavy Metal from Sammy Hagar. And then probably the track from Dawn. You know, that's probably my other one. No Adam and the Ants. I know. I'm sorry. Chilliwack, My Girl. I haven't heard that in years.
Great song.
I've made Yvonne's Night.
7 Hearts. Holy cats.
Man, I've never gotten 7 Hearts before.
Whoa.
Watch out, Grant.
Look out. Watch out.
Kind of like it. All right, cool. Does anybody have any honorable mentions before we wrap this up? Because we're going to end it right at an hour and a half, so we got a couple minutes left.
I got a couple.
Okay, go ahead.
I got one.
I'm not a humongous Springsteen fan, but Hungry Heart, I like that. Gary Wright, Really Want to Know You. Sheena Easton was mentioned for Your Eyes Only, one of my favorite Bond themes. Jesse's Girl, of course, was mentioned. How about Gino Vanelli, Living Inside Myself? Tom
There
Petty,
you go.
The Waiting. I'm not a John Mellencamp fan, but Ain't Even Done with the Night. I do really like that tune. And Arthur's Theme by Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of my
When I was in a band in the 80s, we used to play that Mellencamp song.
That's a great tune.
Yeah,
I
it was
love
great. Everyone loved it.
Yeah.
It was a
Well,
great
I know
song.
in Cincinnati, John Mellencamp was humongous, but no one could ever give up the cougar part. He gave that up years ago, folks.
Is there a conversion factor from hearts to hot dogs? Is there a hot dog emoji that we could have for this show?
They kind of go together.
That's right. Maureen mentioned Colin. She's all over it. I'll be there in 82. Outstanding show. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Mark.
I know some of you guys mentioned this album, but I want to mention Another Hit and Run. I love that song from this album.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great album too. Oh, John did.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it's a great album. Love this album and Another Hit and Run. That's for me.
Oh, God.
What?
Terry, come back because we do a lot of great stuff on this channel. We want you around. You've got a wrench, damn it. So make sure you come back.
Byron, you got any?
Byron, anybody else have anything? We're going to wrap it up here in a minute.
I kind of mentioned mine. There was one other song I didn't list. There's a song on Phil Collins' first album called "If Leaving Me Is Easy," which I was whenever I was feeling really shitty, I'd put that on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know
One
what
of
you're
those
talking
songs brings back a lot of bad memories.
That might be the subject of a show. Shitty songs that make you feel better, or songs that make you feel shitty.
Yeah, tear
Not
jerkers.
bad, not bad songs, but songs that just make you feel uneasy.
Yeah.
All right, Tara's a Contrarians fan. Oh, well, you've seen most of these people in the Contrarians then. Our number one's Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's. All right, I can't argue with that.
I understand that was not the case with the Go-Go ladies.
What about John? John, the music nut. What do you got?
Yeah, anybody else have anything?
I love rock and roll. Joan Jett.
Oh, Joan Jett.
Okay.
Yeah,
Title
you
song.
couldn't escape that song back in the
Speaking
day.
of Escape, the title song to Journey's Escape album.
Oh,
There you go.
Here
And
we
last
go.
but certainly not least, the song was released 5 years earlier outside the U.S., but in 1981 it came out on their album Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. A very tender vocal from Bon Scott, and that is Big Balls.
Big balls.
We have to mention
See
Big
how-
Balls.
Yes.
see how John
Yes.
wrapped it all up
That-
in a nice.
John, you win the award tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know how to wrap a show up, ladies and gentlemen. He is all
Nope.
over it.
That's all right.
I'm not even going to mention my picks. That did it.
That did it. We're done. All right, I want to thank the whole panel tonight.
Sorry, John.
We
John,
like to-
John gets to put his hand in the grab box at the warehouse.
Yeah.
Whatever he wants.
Whatever you want, you can have a free CD. Logan can set you up. We've got a lot of those cutout CDs. I think we've got a lot of the Dick Tracy soundtrack from 1983 or 84, whenever 87 with Madonna. Got a lot of those. So I'll have Logan hook you up with about 10 of them.
There you go.
There you go.
You got any of those big star cutouts, Grant?
Not that I saw when I was a kid. No. I wish. Wish I would have bought them all and sold them. All right, Ivan, send me a message for God's sakes. All right, everybody, we're going to get it out of here. We went an hour, went a little bit over. That's all right. We're talking music. We're all about trying to turn you on to music in this channel, and we like to keep it loose. We don't like to keep a regiment here. We just like to talk music. And that's what these year shows are all about. Just so we can get together, we can talk to everybody in the chat, keep it real, because a lot of us, we don't really have any outlets to talk music. This is our outlet. So I want to thank everybody in the chat, thank the panel. I will throw out some dates for 1982, and we will be doing that next month. So stay tuned. We've got more years to come. Hopefully I'll be alive by the time we get done with this series. But, you know, it just is what it is. I'm old. Not as old as DC.
No one's
But
as old
old.
as me.
No, he's like, it's like wheeling out a, he's not
Methuselah.
Biden old. He's
No.
not like that.
In between.
Wait a minute. What are you showing, John?
John's
What's
gonna
that
plug
cassette?
something, John.
I'm just plugging myself.
Plug. Go ahead, plug.
Plug.
This Wednesday, folks, over on My Music Corner, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, John and I, we get a little twisted.
There you go. And John's link to his channel is down below, so make sure you check that out. Anybody else have anything that's coming up you need to talk about?
DC's vaudeville show will be on next week.
I took a break over the holiday week here, the 4th,
Hey,
but
DC
I'll be back with the vaudeville next week. folks.
Did you want Did you want to do a listening party, vaudeville listening party on Sunday?
We'll be playing the tunes of Irving Cohen, Sophie Tucker, and Rudy Valley. So get your dancing shoes on and be ready to cut a rug.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that pretty much sums it up. Have a good night. We'll see you. Don't forget the live Contrarian chats on Wednesday at 7 p.m. The gang will be there. We will see you. Everybody have a good show. Good night.
Good night.
I'm all over the... I'm a damn mess. All right. Time for our Bible study. See you, everybody.
That's right.